and many other games out there. When you go left on the screen. In 2K, you go left, take a deep breath, make yourself a sandwich, and come back to the screen. Then you'll start moving left. Currently, it's goofy all over the place. This is my experience playing the game currently. It seems like more of a task, a chore, something that you don't necessarily want to do to seek out enjoyment. Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know I'm AllCity with AllCityLiveTV.com, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about sliding in NBA 2K21. All too often, over the past few releases of 2K, one of our biggest issues with 2K as gamers and players of the 2K franchise is that our players are unresponsive. We feel like we're sliding out there, like as if we're on ice skates in an ice skating ring as opposed to basketball court. So 2K is currently touting that they will no longer have sliding in NBA 2K21 on next-gen consoles. And the reason why we've been dealing with that over the past few years is because of technological limitations. Imagine that. Let's get into all of that and more right now. Let's get it. Alright guys, before we continue this video, if you can take 1 second and please hit that like button. Likes are directly correlated to the amount of views that we get on a particular video, so if you guys hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, we're on the road to 30K. I gotta tell you, it's been an awesome ride. So if you guys could help us reach 30K, and if we can go into next gen gaming, reaching that 30K benchmarker, I would so much appreciate it. So if you enjoy this content or you enjoy our live streams, please consider subscribing to our channel. If you would also like to become a part of a great, non-toxic 2K community, you're looking for players to run with, you got questions about badges or builds, what should you make out there, you can put those questions into our Discord, so please consider joining our Discord. The link for Discord will be in the description below. It'll also be the top pinned comment on this video. Let's get right into it. All right guys, so reading off of the NBA 2K21 courtside reports, it says right here, left stick taps allow you to play quick steps, which are really helpful when you need to make subtle adjustments to your defensive position. It's a great concept, and 2K is known for offering great concepts when it comes to the follow through and making these concepts pretty much work out during our gameplay and fundamentally work properly. That's where we have somewhat of an issue. So hopefully they can, at least they're considering the idea. Hopefully that idea translates during our gameplay. I'm gonna continue reading because this is where it's supposed to get a little better and help you guys understand what they mean by adjusting the positioning out there. They have a thing called foot planting. Sliding in basketball is no good, but it's something we've had to live with in the past because of limitations in technology. Now let me stop right there for 1 second. Imagine you were playing Call of Duty, which is a much larger, I gotta say, player base. In other words, they got like 16 on 16, things like this, where they have these ground wars and there's so many players running around. Imagine for a second you were sliding all over the place in Call of Duty, where it takes like a 1 millisecond timing, and that'll determine whether you live or die out there. 1 second. And that, imagine Call of Duty having the same issues with sliding and blaming it on technological limitations. I don't see that happening, so it's hard for me to take in on a 3v3 court with only 6 players being active where sliding due to technological limitations. It's hard for me to take that in. I don't know what you guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section, but it's just hard for me to take that in. It continues on to say, I'm happy to say the next gen version of NBA 2K21 takes a huge leap in that department. Our engineers rewrote our foot planning tech from scratch, and it led to one of the most striking visual improvements when you compare next gen to previous generations. Now, 2K thinks they're slick with their wording, and I think they do this type of stuff. I'm gonna reread a portion of that last statement in just a second because I know they're like salesmen. They're like mattress salesmen or car salesmen, where they phrase their wording in a particular way to make you think that you're getting something new. But they were very clear what they wrote here when they said one of the most striking visual improvements. It doesn't say gameplay improvements, it says visual improvements. In other words, you acknowledge that it's been an issue, and sliding has been an issue that we as gamers have been dealing with over the last few years in the first statement, where it says, but it's something we've had to live with in the past because of limitations in technology. And then it goes on to say that the engineers rewrote our foot planning tech from scratch. And what changed with rewriting that foot planning tech is the striking visual improvements when you compare next gen to previous generations. So I just wanted to get that out there, because they're not actually saying that the mechanic is fixed, they're just saying that it looks better. And that's what I want to kind of address, is that we're tired of it looking better. We need it to actually function and play better. At least that's my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments section below. I'm going to continue on. It says players can now take procedural steps instead of sliding their feet when they need to make micro adjustments. I love seeing proper footwork as players are making hard cuts, accelerating, stopping, even just standing and making subtle movements in place. It just brings 2K Hoops one more step closer to real life. And I think, you know, a lot of people have this question: do you want a simulation game or do you want an arcade game? 2K has various modes out there. This shouldn't be a difficult task. You have the park, you have rec, you have pro-am. If players want to get more serious in their competition or competitive levels, or whoever, like their opponents' competitive levels, they can go into rec or pro-am to increase the competition that they're playing against. If you want arcade, you should be able to go into the park or go into an arcade mode. It shouldn't be that difficult to incorporate, especially with the advancements in next gen technology. But 2K seems to have trouble out there incorporating these things. Don't forget, 2K21 for current gen, we were supposed to see a huge difference from park, rec, and pro-am, and we did in the beginning of the year. We noticed some differences there. There were differences that I noticed, at least when you played in park, from going to park to the rec. There were some differences there, but currently it's goofy all over the place. This is my experience playing the game currently. It seems like more of a task, a chore, something that you don't necessarily want to do to seek out enjoyment. At least that's what I'm going through. If you guys are going through that, please let me know in the comments section below. I do want 2K to stop the sliding. I want my player to feel more responsive. When I trigger something on the sticks, when I trigger up layup, when I trigger up a dunk, I want that to actually translate to what I'm seeing on the court. I don't want any different animations. If I'm going left, I want to go left at that moment. Just like if you was playing Call of Duty and many other games out there. When you go left on the screen. In 2K, you go left, take a deep breath, make yourself a sandwich, and come back to the screen, then you'll start moving left. At least that's been my experience. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the same thing, but 2K says, and we gotta quote 2K when they do say this, they say that that's gonna be eliminated for 2K21 on next gen. That remains to be seen. We have locked in our PS5 next gen console, and we should be streaming live right here at AllCity Live TV on the day of release or the morning after. So please be sure to tune in. If you guys found this video helpful and or informative, please consider hitting that like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing, as we're gonna have a ton of 2K21 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video.